Welcome everyone into the virtual Talladega Superspeedway. It is another Friday night with Jimmy Crow's Super Speedway Kingz Dash for Cash, presented tonight by PGR eSports. I am your host, Michael Triscaro, and joined in the booth tonight by Tyler Vickery. Tyler Vickery, how you doing, bud?
Doing all right. It's gonna be fun chaos, especially here at Talladega. Uh, Jimmy's always get these fun races going, and got a full field tonight for race number one. So looking forward to seeing all the action packed tonight.
Yeah, that we do, and we are going to have something cool for all the viewers here tonight as we will go live with race control. So, race control, James Waring will be in the tower with the boss man himself, Jimmy Crow. So, and we do have cautions here tonight. If we have any, we will actually view or get you viewers into the audio of our race control. We'll have the replay up on the left-hand side of the screen, and you'll all be able to hear James Waring walking through what he saw on track to hand out any penalties that need to be handed out. So that's going to be pretty cool, something different here that we've never done. We wanted to actually bring his screen into play, but he has all three of his screens kind of connected on NVIDIA. So we'll have to wait maybe a week for that. If he could split them up and put them all separately, that would be best, so we can see his full display and his cursor to be able to walk through exactly how he race controls and makes the calls here on Friday night. So that'll be pretty cool. Tyler, I'm looking forward to another good race here on Super Speedway Kingz.
Oh, absolutely, and especially with the trucks. Trucks are like pretty much the staple right now for super speedway racing. I mean, there's some other ones out there, but the trucks are pretty much the main deal right now in the money racing community. I mean, seeing a lot of top guys here. I mean, Andrew Navarro, Connor Urashak, who's a Coke Series driver. I'm looking down the list. We've got, Kwame Scott, Daniel Falkingham, Malik Ray, Dylan Olt, Ryan Doucette, who is actually one of the provisional. If you see the black license on him, he is technically a pro, but he is one of the provisional drivers in case one of the Coke Series drivers is not able to make it. We've got former Coke Series right. I think Garrett Maines might also be in the mix. If not, I'm surprised he's not. But I mean, got a lot of top names here that can easily give it a big run with the big dogs.
They sure can. As you see on our screen, this will be the race format here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway. We will go 40 laps here in the Craftsmen Truck Series, 65% fuel, one faster pair, always fixed setups here on Friday nights, and 3 green-white checkers if we do, in fact, need them. 65-degree ambient temp here today, 70 degrees on the track temp, so a cooler racing surface. Only 1 mile an hour wind, so wind should not play a factor here on either the Tri-Oval or the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. So clear sailing for these drivers here today. Some pretty good conditions as they get set to take the grid here. And as they do, we will get you those qualifying results. And it looks like, Tyler, they're going to be gridding right now. So we're going to end up getting those up for everyone right now. And I'm looking forward to kind of seeing who qualified up front. Here come these qualifying results. So Sebastian Marin, he'll start on the front row here tonight. Malik Ray, Coke Series driver, will start in second. Alex Hill in third. Kyler Wynn, fourth. Steve Korosek will round out your top 5. Connor Urashek will start 6th. Andrew Navarro, 7th. Daniel Falkingham, another Coke Series professional, will start in 8th. Kwame Scott, another Coke Series pro, in 9th. Dylan Ault will round out your top 10.
Yep, then Devin Ray just missing out of the top 10 by 0.02 of a second. We'll start 11th. Got John Ward alongside with him. Jacob A. Wilkerson will be in 13th. Matthew Lee alongside with him. Nathan Harper and Brian Hennings will round out your next row, 15th, 16th. Dylan Jones, another Pro Series, well, I would say Pro Series driver as well, but just missing out on the road to pro. He's going to be 17th alongside Mike George. Daniel Eberhardt, the third. He'll be starting 19th. And then Trevor Ozranoff, your Jack Shack driver, sitting and rounding out the top 20.
Yeah, Christopher E. Carter, he'll start 21st here tonight. Stephen Miles in 22nd. Chris Melton for R&R Roughneck Racing, he'll start 23rd. Sean Corbett in 24th. Kenny Ariel will start 25th tonight. Heath Job 26th. Kenny McCullough Jr. and McCullough Motorsports will start 27th. Michael Barksdale will start 28th. Ethan Collier 29th, and rounding out the top 30 here tonight, the Jack Shack Racing Machine, that'll be Jared Haynes.
Yeah, 31st will be Joey Mazowitz. Joshua McCullough will be alongside of him in 32nd. Corey Rabinin in 32nd. David McGuire, another new driver to the motoring racing scene. He'll be 34th. Samuel Carter and Ryan Doucette will be 35th and 36th. James Wagoner in 37th. Sterling Tice in 38th. Quentin Stombach will be in 39th. And then Michael Wingo will be in 40th. The last two drivers on there will be Marcos A. Hernandez and Ambrose Kniebel, the only driver not able to put in a qualifying time.
Yeah, so there you have your starting lineup here tonight. It's another Friday night Jimmy Crow's Super Speedway Kingz, another star-studded field here in the Craftsmen Trucks, and we are looking forward to what's going to be a great race. Some really top-notch, high-quality drivers here in this field. So we're looking to see if we can go green for most of the way tonight. A little bit more fuel in these Craftsman trucks than we're used to seeing here on Friday nights. They will start this race with 65% fuel. You see on the front row, that is the 32 of Sebastian Marin and the 1 of Malik Ray. So when we do get around to the front stretch into the Geico restart zone, we will go green here tonight for the first time. I want to appreciate everyone already in the chat getting fired up. It's Aubrey Thompson, Danny Barnes, Baker's mom, as always. Devin Ray, I believe he's in the race. So Devin Ray somehow typing and driving all at the same time. Multitasking there for Devin Ray. We'd love to see him in victory lane. He's had a lot of bad luck of late. So, really good, capable driver on the Jack Shack looking to get it done here tonight. We'll see if he can do that. So, yeah, here we go, getting set to go green. All these trucks ready to scream off turn number 4 here, as you'll see that pace car soon dive off onto pit lane. And here we go. That it will, Malik Ray and Sebastian Marin here on the front row as we get set to go 40 laps here at Talladega Superspeedway. We are live on the PGR eSports Network as we get ready and set, and we get to the Geico restart zone. Green flag in the air here at Talladega. We are back here live at Talladega Superspeedway. The first lap about to be in the books here. Seabass is dueling it out here with Malik Ray. And sorry for some of the camera work. We are trying to fix some technical difficulties here. I don't know why it's so zoomed out, but we're going to try to give it our best until we get a caution to get that sorted out. The 32 Seabass, he's going to go up to the top, block the run of Malik Ray. That'll open up the door on the bottom for Alex Hill.
Yeah, meanwhile, 3x3x3, 4-5 rows deep. These guys are already getting really antsy off the bat. These trucks are able to easily handle the 3 wide, but a lot of these guys are also going to play safe too. I think, if I recall, we should have one fast repair available, so these guys are going to go fast and furious right off the bat, and if they wreck, they at least know they have something available in the tank if they need to use it.
Yeah, that they do, and we are 3 wide already here on a Friday night, and it won't be too long till we are 4 wide here in SSK. Daniel Falkingham's going to lead that top lane, the 88 there, and here comes John Ward in that bad, fast 92 machine. Matt Lee, the 04 behind him as we head down the Alabama Gang super stretch.
And as we get a huge block there by Sebastian Martin moving down the low lane. Huge run by Daniel Funkingham in that high lane. John Ward giving a huge push. Lee right behind, but they have to check up because I think Ward is getting hot. As you can see, Ward just teetering on the right rear of Daniel Funkingham. Look at how far back that high line dropped.
Yeah, it is I'll tell you what, a lot of action all over this track already tonight. But so far, so clean here as we wrap up lap number 3, heading to lap number 4 here. And it is shaping up to be another good one. Fuel, not so much a factor. We already talked about that, 65%. So we have about a stop or two here tonight for all these drivers. Kyler, when you see them, they're getting in the mix here in the 82. And teammates there on the bottom, that's Alex Hill, Seabass, and now Steve Korosek. Man, those three right there going to be very hard to beat if they could stay on tandem. Malik's going to get a great... Oh, we might have a caution, and we do. Caution will be out for the first time tonight.
Kyler is still trying to hang on to it as everyone else is just absolutely destroying each other in the back.
We will take a quick pause, then we'll get with James Warren. We're going to try to fix the camera views really quick. Stand by.
As well, so
yeah.
The cause of the caution is going to be on the 82 for the blown engine, and then there's going to be ARCA brake on 23 ramming into the 3.
Well, it looks like the 82 blown engine, that'll end his night. He'll get an EOL. I think there was another EOL as well. All our viewers were able to hear that. Still having some difficulty with the cameras. We're going to try to get that fixed here before the next green flag. Not sure what they're doing. This has never happened. Bear with us. We're going to take another quick break here. Back here live. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Luckily got a caution there, and we're trying to get these cameras fixed. For some reason they were zoomed way out. We're going to try to see if the camera angles are fixed. You did miss, well, we saw the caution get thrown. It was for a blown engine to Kyler Wynn. We were able to go to our race control review, something we're going to do new here on Friday nights. James Waring, you heard him calling EOL to the 82. I forget exactly the second one there, so hopefully our viewers were able to catch that. Right now, Trevor Astronaut here in the lead. Hopefully our cameras are fixed. We're 7 laps in of 40. One caution on the night. I'm joined by broadcast partner here tonight, Tyler Vickery. So all these trucks kind of loading back in. You'll see their paint's a little bit grayed out here right now, but they'll load back in. So hopefully so far so good here as we got back into the session, and we should not have any more difficulty hopefully the rest of the way tonight. So we'll see right here, but nonetheless, a decent start to the race, but unfortunate blown engine. Nothing you could do about that. Hopefully, Kyler Wynn was able to get a fast repair somehow, some way to get to pit road and try to get back up and into this race. Right now, he is being scored in the 41st position. So he is back up and running. Tyler, that's going to save his race here tonight.
Absolutely, but it's going to be a big curveball for Kyler because I think we all know the mentality Kyler has when racing super speedways. He's so full aggressive. He's can be able to make huge blocks, and when he needs to, can get a huge run. He's going to have to watch it now. He can't really do a lot, especially with not having a fast repair. He can't afford any kind of huge wreck.
No, he cannot. We're going to go to our starter cam here tonight, like we would have done at the beginning if everything was working right. And you'll see the green flag and the flagman in the stand right in there. All these engines going to come to song once again for the second time tonight in the Geico restart zone. Green flag back into there at Talladega. Here they come screaming into turn number 1 as they all come up the speed and get these engines woed up again here tonight. And we'll take them down the backstretch here and see if these guys will head on to that 4-wide racing everyone has come to watch here tonight.
Yeah. Ooh, someone's blinking through someone. That's the 4. And, oh, boy, here we go. I think everyone avoided it, though. That was Joshua McCullough going sideways.
Yeah, caution out again on the racetrack. And Kenny Reels involved. Matt Lee looked like he was spinning for a second. And we're going to bring up that cool feature again as we show the replay here. I'm going to mute Tyler and I's microphone. We'll get to that replay and bring in race control James Waring.
That's going to be a nasty netcode there. Yeah.
It was a caution caused by iRacing or an internet connection, and we had the blown engine. 2 cautions that could have been avoided, but we couldn't really help the neck. So it's killing us.
Yeah, while we're in here, we'll see if we can get a quick word with James and or Jimmy, but looks like some netcode involved, the blown engine there on the first caution, and looks like Kenny Reel as well getting in the back of Matt Lee.
Yeah, we're starting out kind of rough. We had a caution caused by iRace, and then we had one of those blown engines. The last few races I've done, we've had early blown engines. There's no reason to be blowing engines early in a race. I could see, possibly one happening at the latter stages of a race, but it's too early. It's cautions like that that breed other cautions that can make a race ugly. So hopefully they get it together. Appreciate you doing what you do, Mike.
No, we appreciate you guys. This is a cool new feature. Thank you both for letting us do this here tonight. It's something new. We're working out some kinks, but I'll tell you what, the viewers, just listening to you guys talk through the cautions is a really cool thing.
We appreciate them watching and appreciate being on PGR eSports Network, the #1 Speedway network for iRacing.
All right, you guys do your thing, and if we have another yellow, hopefully we don't, we'll be back here to have James fill us in. Doing a great job tonight, guys.
Hey, if there's 12 yellows, we won't be doing this feature again. Nah, I'm playing. have a good one, brother.
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Well, this is a cool new feature. I love it. We're going to work out the kinks, but really cool there to get James Waring's perspective and Jimmy Crow as well. And Jimmy, hey, you know what? He's laughing, Tyler, and I'm happy for that because sometimes you just got to laugh when some of this stuff happens.
Exactly, yeah, and especially with the way the situations are. Like, I'll say this: like at one point after the first incident with Kyler blowing up the motor, there was some talk about maybe track temp being too cool. I mean, we are like overcast of 65 degrees, track temp's 88, which is on the cool side. So these trucks are getting up a lot higher speed, holding a lot of higher RPM. So some of the guys are feeling like they're probably, when they're trying to cool off, they're probably trying to really over egregious cool off, and it's not cooling off the trucks enough. So that's where Kyler's feeling like how that happened with his motor expiring. Thankfully, with the one fast repair, that's helped him out, but still a long way to go for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And another guy that can't catch a break right now, it's the 04 of Matt Lee. You see him right there on the backstretch trying to catch back up. I'm not sure if he had to take a fast repair or not. I'm trying to check out his truck. It looks like it's either repaired or he did take a fast repair. So, it looked like he had gotten almost maybe arc brake. Not sure. Don't want to say that. Kenny Real, I'm not sure if he just got into the back of him. Nothing he could do there. But, Matt Lee there, definitely some bad luck for Lee. We'll see if Lee can get back up and into this race. But he's going to restart here in the back of the pack. Right now, leading, though, it's the 89 of Trevin Astronaut. Trevin Astronaut of the Jack Shack is your leader right now. Samuel Carter, he is on the outside front row for the third restart here of the night. Malik Ray third, Alex Hill fourth, and Sebastian Marin will start fifth. So that'll be your top five when we go back green. There'll be 2 cautions so far here tonight, and we will see if we can get some more green flag laps in them. I mean, I'll tell you what. Whether you have 40 laps, 60 laps, 100 laps, they'll always find a way some nights, to just, mix it up a little too much. But, there's technology at play too. We see that a lot in the Xfinity series with netcode. So there's sometimes it's not in our control, and that's unfortunate. But we'll see right now if these drivers can control these Craftsman trucks on this 2.66 mile super speedway here at Talladega as the pace car lights are out once again. And we will have our third restart here of the night. And hopefully, get to that 4-wide racing. Danny Barnes, Aubrey Thompson, the Mystic Whisperer, all these guys and girls here in the chat have came to see. We will see if we can wind them up again here. Third start of the night. We're getting close to that Geico restart zone. The flagman with the green flag in the air waving, and we are back green here at Talladega.
Huge instant push by Malik Ray on that start as well. I mean, just launches Trevor Astronaut. One thing I'll even note too, both Trevor and Samuel Carter did not pit. Everyone else pitted on that most recent caution back on lap 5. So fuel is going to be an interesting strategy here for both Trevor Astronaut and Samuel Carter.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you got 65% here tonight. They're going to have less in that fuel tank right now. And they're playing the strategy of a quicker caution, and I've seen it work a lot, especially on the super speedways. And, you play that game often enough, it seems to work out. You get that yellow, sooner than later. They're all going to come down with those leaders, have to take a little bit more, but they get that track position. I've used it myself. It does work. We'll see if they can make it work here tonight. So anyways, we are on lap 12, heading to lap 13 here. Trevin Astronaut to the point. Malik Ray on the bottom looking for more. Astronaut is clear. He's not going to take it. He will remain on the top, getting that push by Carter. Alex Hill third in line on the top. And here comes the 43 of Jacob Wilkerson.
Yeah, and Jacob Wilkerson trying to get that momentum, trying to add some more trucks to that middle groove. And they are just about there. Going to be able to start keeping the toe-to-toe two deep, 7, make that probably eight rows deep now, even more. As we're starting to see a little bit of a split here. Not a lot, but I think we might start seeing some cars breaking up here.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny. There is some cars have different numbers and different names, so we'll have to get that up. But here is the split you are talking about there. It's going to be all the way back here. And you know what? It looks like they're going to be okay. Some guys in the back here like Steven Miles, Heath Job, playing a little safe, a little bit farther back. It's Michael Wingo. There goes Kenny McCullough Jr. He's going to shoot to the top. And here comes Kyler Wynn. He already used his fast repair. 3 wide right here with Sterling Thies. Here comes the 31 machine of Connor Yurchek. And you'd come to expect that right now, Yurchek, Kyler Wynn, going to get greedy, want to get back up to the front. Heath Job's going to block that run. Now, Heath Job, he's a guy pretty patient. He's going to jump up. Here goes Steve Korosek. And right now, we are 3 wide already here. Lap number 14 of 40.
And that did not take long either as another truck jumps up. I believe that is going to be Sebastian Mann probably on the high side. I'm trying to see the number. I can't see it with how tightly knit. As we are 4 wide now. It's Kyler Wynn taking it 4 wide.
Yeah, 4 wide. That's what everyone came to see. That's what we love up here in the booth. Ooh, wow, almost wrecked there on top with Kyler Wynn. He's going to get back down. Back to 3 wide, but we are 3 wide practically all the way through this field as the intensity's already picking up as we get near the halfway point of this race. 26 laps to go, 3 by 3 all the way through here, and it is a traffic jam here at Talladega.
Yeah, traffic jam indeed, and Devin Ray is the last truck in this pack. Devin Ray's like, I do not want any part of this. He is going to just try to hang in the back and just wait for a huge wreck to happen in his front as the rest of this field is just hammering away. Alex Hill on the low line, Malik Ray on the middle, and then I believe that is either 32 or I can't even tell. Boy, as Malik Ray comes down on the low side as we're 4 wide further back.
4 wide farther back, and the action is strong all the way through the field. You see the 4 wide here on the top. I believe it's Heath Job once again going to make it 4 wide here. Ooh, it looks like that's Navarro. Navarro's going to move up. They're wrecking out back.
Oh, big wreck. That was, I believe, Corbett flipping end over end. Huge wreck.
Yeah, we are missing all the wrecks tonight here so far. We'll get to the replay, and we will go back to our race control review, and we'll show you that replay here. And we were just catching all that action up front, and third caution of the night, Corbett, a lot of damage.
Corbett, huge ton of damage, and I mean, in the replay, you could probably count the amount of barrel rolls Corbett had. I mean, I can definitely will say this. Thank God this is a simulator because, man, I would have been seasick if that happened to me.
Yeah, right now, headed to the race control review. Me and Tyler will be on pause here, but we will hear it on Jimmy Crow and James Waring.
25, 196, 97. Wow, he dropped to 188. Why? The 41. Yeah. So the 25 dropped almost 10 miles an hour and got hit by the 64. And there was no reason for him to drop that fast. He just overcompensated the brakes. So we're going to call that on the 25 for slowing down too much in the middle of 3 wide.
What's his name?
Chris Carter.
He won't be back. Well, I don't know. He's pretty good. He's going to have to, I don't know. He might get a second. I don't know. That was Let's make see his explanation.
Yeah, you see the smoke or the flames from the pipe of the 25 slowed way down there on the backstretch. Looks like that's going to be the call from James Waring as we are still under race control review.
Here's the arc braking. No arc brake. All right, we're good.
Back up here in the booth with Tyler Vickery. You heard the call from race control James Waring. That's going to go on Christopher Carter. He did check up on the backstretch there. Not sure if you got to take a peek at that as well, Tyler. Not sure. I mean, I see he was possibly checking up, but there wasn't too much to check up for. You saw that fire come from his pipes, and, you know, I completely agree and understand the call there from Waring. And, you know, third caution of the night, and so far, you know, hope just can't get to that green flag stop here tonight.
No, and I can kind of understand a little bit of from Christopher Carter watching what happened. Like, I think he probably seen what was going on with that 4 wide situation, that it could have been a possible wreck, and thinking maybe if he lifted off the throttle, he'd be okay. But with just how close a lot of these trucks were, it did not give the driver behind enough time to react, which then hits Christopher, which then sends him into Corbett, and Corbett going for a absolute violent ride because of it. So that's, I mean, I can understand just that situation where you don't see a lot in front of you, and then next thing you know, you see someone look like probably going towards the wall, and then next thing you know, the person behind has no idea what's going on, and it's too late.
Absolutely. And, well, we're going to be set to go green for the 4th time here tonight. Now, you know, viewers now getting a different view, and hopefully Waring and Crow will continue to let us do this. Very thankful for them to do that. I think it's really cool, especially, you know, the transparency now that our viewers, even drivers, can go back and hear these guys making calls. And it's not to, you know, shed a light on, you know, really anything rather than, you know, really seeing how difficult sometimes it is to be race control. It's not for everybody. Not many people do it, especially in the money racing community. Some of the promoters do it. I know I'm a big part in the race control in the community, as well as Matthew Baker. And, you know, making calls on these guys, you know, when, you know, you don't want to penalize anybody, you know, but you gotta have rules. If not, it would be way wilder than it already is out there. And, you know, everyone's putting hard-earned money into these races, Tyler. And, you know, you just got to do your best. You're not going to make all the calls right. You're not going to make them all wrong. And as a good race controller, you know, you want to be in that 80, 90 percentile of making the right call. Sometimes you got coin flips, and rightfully so, drivers will show their frustration for race control. But, you know, until you really step up there in that tower and make the calls, it is not easy to do. So with that, we are set to go back green here, and this will be the 4th restart here of the night. Malik Ray has made his way to the front. He is in the Sim Seats Chevrolet on the front row with Sebastian Marin in that Nexus eSports truck on the top. Alex Hill is in second. 4th, Dylan Alt. Daniel Falkingham in the Diet Mountain Dew HendrickCars.com Chevrolet is in 5th as we get to the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air.
Huge jump already by Malik Ray, and he's not going to get any help as he actually jumps up to the middle lane right off the bat. Sebastian Marin right behind pushing. Dylan Alt in that middle groove. Falkingham now struggling to try to catch up to Alex Hill and be able to give him any kind of push here And Sean Hill just getting a huge run now finally, but as we got a huge break, a little bit of a breakaway here. Low bottom line is struggling.
Yeah, struggling is that bottom line. That middle's preferred right now. Ooh, off pace just a little bit. Is
Caution.
Caution is out. Wow, another caution here tonight. And that is not going to make the boss man happy. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, Kwame Scott is involved. He is towed into pit road.
Well, we will go back, Tyler. We're going to go back up there to the race control towers. We go back to the SSK race control review.
So ready to go, Pride.
All right, looks like this is going to be on the 1. Drifted up just a hair into the 25, causing the wreck. Checking out a few.
You talking about Malik Ray?
The 01.
Oh, one.
No, 01.
Michael
Okay,
Wingo?
yeah,
Yeah, Wingo.
yeah, because I've seen Malik up front. I didn't.
Yeah, Wingo came up into the 25.
We're going to rewind that back and show you the exact call here from James Waring. And we are missing all these live on the broadcast tonight because all the racing up front is really good. That's Chris Carter above Wingo there. And you'll see the call.
See, Wingo drifted right up into Carter.
And there is the turn from the 01 to the 25. Nowhere to go for George. And chaos ensues behind. As Ambrose Kniebel, Ryan Doucette, they're going to have to scramble onto the grass. So that is your race control review.
Oh, yeah. Hey, James. James, we got to send somebody.
And back up here in the booth with Tyler Vickery, where, it's really cool now because, Aubrey Thompson, Big Roos, Chris Walker, Danny Barnes, they're all able to hear what the race control is looking at. We're able to take our viewers to that replay, and now they're able to give their opinions in the chat, so we can bounce these opinions off each other, Tyler. And, Aubrey's saying here, Aubrey Thompson, Carter might have come down, honestly. So, that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was alluding to in that segment earlier, and like Big Roos said, Tyler, that's a tough one, and it really is. And sometimes in those instances, you could call it on Wingo, you could call it on maybe Carter, or you could call it a racing deal, and somebody's not going to be happy no matter what. And that's the hard part, Tyler, about being a race control.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like even watching everything that was happening, it's like you could, and even in that retrospect too, you see it. From what I saw there last second, you could see a little bit of netco contact too, but you could see Wingo kind of, it was almost like a meeting of the minds. And especially like when you talk about the race control, I have a really cool opportunity with New Smyrna where we get after the race, if we were upset with something, we could talk to our race control person, and he'll be able to explain a lot of stuff. I'll even give a good example, like this back in February for World Series of Asphalt, we had a completely different race control while I was helping out Flow Racing. They were being really specific on what was happening and everything, and they were looking back. We ended up at one point we had to go back to a replay about 5 or 6 times on Flow Sports alone just to get one specific wreck. I know one wreck that's been big is the whole incident with Carson Brown, where he got wiped out by the 83 car, who I do not remember, but there was a huge controversy over that at one point about possible intentional wrecking. So I know the feeling there when it comes to trying to, with you guys being race control.
Yeah, absolutely. What's another cool feature too here is we can actually create a poll and poll our viewers here tonight. I'll get working on that, Tyler, as you could take them through who's in the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. As right now we've got lined up right now, we got Malik Ray, Alex Hill, and Sean Hill up in first and second, leading the charge. Daniel Falkingham, Sebastian Marin, Trevor Ozernoff, Dylan Alt, Andrew Navarro, Jacob Wilkerson, Samuel Carter having a good night right now, plus 26 in ninth, and Heath Job rounding out your top 10. I know some people on the chat have been talking about Devin Ray. Devin Ray's sitting 37th right now, so I know Devin's going to watch this later on, and he's going to pick fun with me. But come on, Devin, I know you're trying to be safe here. Let's get you back up into the top 15. I know you got to be safe, but you still have that fast repair, and laps are starting to wind down.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're going to go green again. We're going to try to get some green flag racing in here. And they're racing really, really strong up front here. We'll just have to see if the middle and on back can improve their racing, and we can get, hopefully, some green flag laps in here tonight. Here comes Malik Ray. He's going to lead the 77 of Alex Hill to the Geico restart zone. The green flag is about to wave here at Talladega once again, and we are back green here on the PGR eSports Network. Ray's going to lead him in a big jump here on the bottom. Seabass, 32 behind him. Falkingham pushing the 77 hard. Malik's going to clear up to the top. Astronaut still here in the top 5 or 6 right now. And the 40 of Dylan Alt. He's been strong here every Friday night. They're in the 40 pushing the 32. Andrew Navarro, you haven't seen him out here too much in the last, 4, 5, 6 months. That's Andrew Navarro there on the bottom. Good to see him back out here on the racetrack. Behind him, it's going to be, it looks like another 42. I can't exactly see whose car that is.
I believe that might be Jacob Wilkerson.
Yeah, Jacob. Yeah, I'm getting them confused with the numbers on the scoring and the numbers that they have. Alex Hill now here on the top. Malik's going to clear back up to the top. Well, we have a second, Tyler. I sometimes like to go through the field. Malik Ray first, Sebastian Marin second, Alex Hill third, Alt is in fourth, Falkingham fifth, Astronaut sixth, Wilkerson seventh, Andrew Navarro eighth, Samuel Carter ninth, Daniel Eberhardt in 10th, Heath Job in 11th, Dylan Jones in 12th, Steve Korosek in 13th. Right now, Connor Yurshek in 14th, Kyler Wynn in 15th, Ethan Collier in 16th right now, Nathan Harper in 17th. Matt Lee's trying to battle back. He's swapping positions for 18th and 19th. Michael Barksdale's making a move up to the front. Steven Miles in 19th. Joey Mazowicz, Marcus Hernandez. They're right there on the fringe, 20. So on and so forth. You got John Ward, Melton Haynes, McGuire, and a slew of other names still trying to make their way up to the front. But that is your current top 20. 16 laps to go. Malik Ray just swapping spots up here in the front, keeping his nose here in the lead. And right in front of the Seabass in the 32. Third lane is forming, and it's going to form a little bit farther back.
Yeah, and it's going to be Yurshak and Kyler Wynn. Kyler Wynn trying to get his way back up to the front, getting some help. Yurshak pushing, I believe that is going to be, trying to see the number. It's an all-black truck.
Yeah, it's going to be
very hard to see.
Steve Korosek, actually, at hometown Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out Cleveland. That is my hometown as well. Steve, not too far from me. In a town out east just a little bit, about 45, 50 minutes. So Steve Korosek trying to get up to the front right now. He's got, there goes Falkingham now to the top. Falkingham is going to lead the 85 machine of Samuel Carter as we are back 3 wide here at Talladega.
Yeah, and the 00 Michael Barksdale got a little loose there as he was trying to push Heath Job on that low line. Everything's starting to stable out, but man, look at Falkingham trying to get a huge push from behind. I believe that is. Don't think it's Dylan Alt trying to. As we got some contact there. 38. Sebastian Marin's going to go down on the inside line, trying to avoid the wreck, and the low line is going to start bogging down here a little bit. High line's getting a huge run now.
Yeah, a huge run from that high line as we're going to be 14 laps to go here. 3 wide all the way through until the middle. Then it's going to phase out to about 2 wide all the way on back. Some drivers just trying to stay out of the fray right now, but time is ticking here tonight on some of these drivers. I'll tell you what, Ashburnoff has raced a really good race, and out of nowhere, here comes D3. Daniel Eberhardt III now, second there on that middle lane as Falkingham still leading that top, but that Cabela's Bass Pro Tracker right now doing a very good job. I believe he has his teammate behind him, and Dylan Jones. When those two are lined up, they are very hard to beat.
Absolutely, very hard to beat as Falkingham's finally going to get some help here. Ooh, it's more sliding around on the low line as we're going to now, the middle line starting to fall off. Trevor Ageronoff falling behind, and here we go. Alex Hill jumping up to the middle groove, and here goes Sebastian Marin. A huge run by Malik Ray on the low line.
Yeah, huge run by Malik as the middle and the top inching it just ahead ever so slightly. And, man, it's action-packed right now. You see Stephen Miles there in the middle. We're going to try to get a cockpit camera of Stephen Miles, and that's going to give you a good view of what he sees. And that's what he sees. Trucks bouncing all around the racetrack. You can see the handling right there of this Craftsman truck. He's going to push Dylan Jones. We're going to see if Dylan Jones is clear, but he's going to be pushing his teammate. So nowhere for him. He's going to stay put right there. We're now on board with Matt Lee. Here's Matt Lee in the middle as well. You see up top of Matt Lee, it looks like Daniel Eberhardt now has gone to the third lane. The 36 of Nathan Harper above Lee as well. Miles is going to jump out there. Let's look from Heath Job. Oh, this is Nathan Harper now out front of him. Eberhardt. Ooh, they're going to split Miles 4 wide here at Talladega. Ooh, wow, this is going to get really interesting here. Stephen Miles, the odd man out, as they all stay 3 wide. And that was a great shot from the cockpit there to give you a really good view of that. As we get Connor Yurshek, too. He's in the middle of the pack.
Ooh, there's
hard
Trevor
balls.
Ageronoff.
Ageronoff, man, a hard hit for Ageronoff.
And there goes
Miles. Oh, no, Stephen Miles. Man, you see, he just got, man, he was up there. As soon as he gets out of line, bad luck for Miles and Astronaut. Strong cars or trucks here tonight. We stay 3 wide, no caution, 11 laps to go.
No caution, but that could have been huge in front of the field, especially when it happened. I thought for sure we were going to have a huge pile up the way it was going, but Trevor is able to hang on to this group. Stephen Miles way far back now. Devin Ray is actually trying to help Trevor get back into this lead pack as these guys are getting really intense. As we got a 4 wide look by Steve Korsak now. Connor Yurashak 4 wide going all the way up to the top groove.
Yeah, all the way up to that top groove. You see him right there. Man, this is getting crazy. 10 laps to go. Malik Ray controlling the field right now. Here comes the 41. Dylan Jones on the backstretch. Wow, there goes Daniel Eberhardt. He's going to split him out 4 wide. A great push there, I believe, from Harper. Or no, sorry, for Korsak. 4 wide racing. Yurashek on the top in the 31. 27 at Korsak as well. Matt Lee getting back into it. You're going to see him and that Icon Prime truck here on the top lane get back into it. You had all that adversity early. He's going to come back 4 wide here at Talladega.
Yeah, and Sebastian Marin almost turned himself off of Sean Hill. As boy, the middle groove is just getting all dicey. And here's a huge run by Jacob Wilson, or actually by I believe that's Steve Korsak all the way on the high side. Yurashek was giving a huge run, but the engine's starting to get hot. They're going to fall back a little bit, but we are still 4 wide middle pack as here goes Alex Hill trying to give Malik Ray a huge shove.
Yeah, it's Seabass on the bottom, Malik Ray, Daniel Eberhardt, Korsak on top. Jones is clear, but he's not going to leave his teammate of Eberhardt. 4 wide racing. This is what we thought we were going to get all night long. Well, better to get it now than never. This is looking good all the way through, but one false move from any of these drivers, it's going to clean out the field. You want to be up front, and those 3 or 4 trucks up front, they're sitting pretty right now, as long as they're not the ones getting turned. 9 laps to go now, 8 laps to go here at Talladega. It's a Friday night. Jimmy Crow Super Speedway Kingz dash for cash. Who's going to take the cash and the top prize here tonight? I'll tell you what, that 4th lane, though, Tyler, just doesn't seem like it could get the oomph that it needs. Malik Ray's going to clear back to the middle. Man, he's got a handful right now behind him of Alex Hill.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you got Kyler Wynn right behind Alex Hill, too, trying to help out as much as he can. Kyler Wynn's got to remember, too, he does not have a fast repair. One huge wreck, and he is pretty much done. Huge run here by the 41 of Dylan Jones trying to give themselves a run. Nathan Harper giving him a huge push. Oh, here we go. never mind. Huge save. Oh, never mind. They are going to be tearing it up right in the tribal. Huge wreck.
Wow.
Huge wreck. One in the catch fence. Oh,
one
my
into the catch
goodness.
fence. Korosek, Lee involved. Oh, wow. That's Falkingham as well. Devin Ray. Here's the 3. Man, somebody up and into the catch fence. Thank God for that fence, because that was a big one. With the 33 involved. I mean, there's debris all over the racetrack. Ethan Collier, as we're going to have to go back to that replay. And, wow, a lot to dissect there. We're going to go right in, though, while we can. All right, so back to the RC. This is the race review. James Warren, Jimmy Crow, as we take you to the replay.
Good run, but an ugly race.
All right. The 27 came down into the 64. Then he got into the wall, couldn't hang on to it. That led to the catastrophe that followed afterwards.
Joey Mazowitz.
Stephen Miles gets
arc breaking.
That was a big one.
That was the big one.
Mazowitz getting a hard,
I can't even count how many trucks were involved.
Really good 4-wide racing. They're going to see the replay. We're going to try to remain a little quiet so these guys can still review the race. Watch the 64, though, hard into the catch fence. Five wide.
27 came down. You can see he crossed over the whites, came in. Wow, 64 did go up into the catch fence.
Yes, he did.
411 had nowhere to go.
All
right, cause of caution will be on the 27.
Cause of caution, Steve Korosek. Well, you heard it there. The cause of caution will be to the 27 of Steve Korosek. So we're going to go back here, Tyler, and check out this replay again. What a vicious hit for Joey Mazowitz there in the 64. But you heard race control call that on Steve Korosek. We will go back a little bit here and try to look at that again here and dissect it. What a vicious wreck here. That's the big one.
Yeah, that was an absolutely huge wreck. I mean, you can just see it watching where Korosek was pushing the number 90 of Daniel Eberhardt, just started to not get any momentum. Contact was happening between Nathan Harper and Sean Hill as well. And Korosek just came down. I guess he just got a little loose or something, came down, got into the 64 of Mazowitz, and then 31 of Urashak couldn't check up quickly enough, and then just hellacious hit for Mazowitz going into the catch fence. I mean, thank God this is a simulator moment again. But, yeah, I mean, I'd say about good 20 cars involved, and a lot of them are going to have to use their fast repair just from that incident alone. That was massive.
Yeah, we're showing it in slow motion here. And that's gonna get anybody dizzy. Let's take you back. Let's go real time here. Coming off turn number 4, real time. And there you see it from the cockpit of Joey Mazowitz from Lancaster, PA. The 64 machine with one of the vicious wrecks you will see here on iRacing. And wow, what a wreck. Now we're going to hop back up because it took a lot of time to dissect that. And with 5 laps to go, we're going to go back up front. And I'll tell you what, it's been these two guys all night long. Sebastian Marin, a great race for him so far. Malik Ray as well. And the Wagner Welding Sim Seats Craftsman Truck. Right behind them is the 41 of Dylan Jones. And outside of him will be his teammate, the 90 of Daniel Eberhardt. Dylan, all, I believe, filling out your current top 5. But, you know, Tyler, these two have been the class of the field tonight. It's the 32 and the 1.
Oh, absolutely. Malik Ray being that Coke Series driver and being able to show what he's capable of. Sebastian Marin, I would love to learn more about him. His flag on there looks like it's from Puerto Rico. I mean, he's got an I rating of 89.72. How he's doesn't isn't in the like a pro license and everything. It's just amazing. He's got. I mean, you don't see a lot of 9,000 I rating drivers. I mean, especially when you see some of the pro drivers only at 7,000 I rating. So Marin is absolutely proven his worth. I mean, you got Eberhard, Jones. Both of those drivers are up plus 14, 15 respectively. And I 100% agree with you with Malik and Seabass. They are absolutely the class of the field right now.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can keep those 4 Goodyear tires on this track, their nose pointed forward, to see if they can get it done. It's been a little bit of a caution-filled race here tonight, but I'll tell you what, the last run there, 4 wide, and it ended up in a 5 wide as we had that wreck there. So I'll tell you what, we're in for a treat here. Don't go anywhere. The 32 Marin, the Ray in the 1. They're going to bring him down to the Geico restart zone. The green flag back into the air. 5 laps to go. It's going to be 4 when we hit the line. Seabass with a good jump right there. Dylan Jones right behind him. He's not going to be linked up with his teammate of Eberhard right now, so that's going to be an issue. We'll see if those two can eventually get one of them up and or down to help each other push. Alex Hill pushing hard on the top. So a lot of guys right now pushing the pushers, and that could cause trouble for any of these drivers. You can see the 32 get really loose there. The top's prevailing. There goes Ray. Ooh, the 32 loose again. The 41 of Dylan Jones is getting Marin loose down the backstretch. Ray, ooh, they're going to double clear. The 90 and the 1 are double cleared. They're going to go down in front of Seabass, and there it's opened up the door for Alex Hill, getting pushed now by Kyler Wynn, who's come all the way back from a blown engine.
Yeah, keep an eye on Kyler Wynn as Malik Ray goes back in front of Sean Hill. Got Andrew Navarro in that high line as well. Carlos Jurashak as well, absolutely shoving. Got some movers possibly trying to, as we got caution out, as huge wreck for Sterling Theis is around.
Sterling Theis in the 3. It looks like the 25, man, a lot of trouble tonight for Christopher Carter. So we'll jump back down while we can. We're going to go into NASCAR overtime, but we're going to take our viewers back to the SSK Race Control Review.
Sorry.
All right, this is going to be on the 17. He tried to go down into a space and drifted up into the 3, hooking the 3 into the rest of the crowd. So this will be a pretty easy one to call on the 17. And no arc brake.
17 on the scoring tower looks like the 04 Matt Lee, right behind the 3 of Theis, and you'll see where race control is going to call it. There goes the 04 dive into the middle, 3 wide. Then the 04 are going to drift up the track into the 3 of Theis. It's going to turn Theis down the track. Innocent bystander there in the 37.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Theis is going to go for a ride. He's upside down. And while we're here, I'll tell you what, Warren, you've had your hands full here tonight up in the tower. We're sitting right across from you guys, and you guys have had all the action here tonight, and sometimes it's not a good thing. You guys are having to make a lot of calls.
I know. A good night for me would be not have to do anything.
Right.
Yeah, I want to pay the RC to. I want the RC to pay. Ambrose, did you get that iRacing Lucky Dog?
And looks like Joey gets it as well.
What? Okay, I got to get going, guys.
All right, yeah.
Give me a picture of the top 5. Let me know who the pusher was, and I got to go get in that storm cellar.
All right, Jimmy. Well, we do have another race coming up here tonight.
Yeah.
Be the next gen at Talladega. Coming up at 12:15 a.m. It'll actually be tomorrow, even though once we get past the midnight hour, it is 11:34 Eastern time, and as soon as we hit 12:15,
the only thing we're calling up front is the money spots. 3 more vehicles. It's the only one we're throwing. I got to get going, guys. I'll get y'all paid, but I got to go get in that storm.
some storms rolling in throughout the United States, and some areas going to get hit harder than others. Jimmy Crow is going to step inside.
Get me pictures of the top 5, who the pusher is, and then on the next race.
As we are back here in the broadcast booth, I'm with Tyler Vickery, and that one's going to go on Matt Lee, and we are going to be in NASCAR overtime here on Friday night. SSK Dash for Cash and Malik Ray, Alex Hill, Daniel Eberhardt, Kyler Wynn, Andrew Navarro. Tell you what, the biggest loser there in that little run was going to be Seabass. You know, he was on the bottom lane and kind of got nowhere to go, and those guys got a really big run up top. So, you know, he lost that track position. We're going to see if he'll be able to gain it back. But, you know, with the green-white checkered finish here, it might be hard for him stuck there on the bottom because it looks like once they get going, that middle lane's going to clear down to the bottom. So, looks like right now the middle lane might prevail just a little bit. Usually it's been that bottom lane, Tyler. So we'll have to see how this is all going to play out.
Yeah, and especially for Seabass. Seabass had a rough go. Like, Dylan Jones was trying to do as much as he could and just could not give enough of a huge push for him to be able to get that momentum. And plus, I think Dylan Jones was already getting super hot as it was. The other situation, too, I don't know if a lot of the fans heard it. But Race Control is not going to throw, when it gets to 2 to go, Race Control will not throw a yellow for the back half of the field. So if there's a huge wreck that happens in the backfield, they are not going to throw it. They are only going to throw it for the top 5, especially those money positions. If there's a wreck that happens in that money position within the top 5, that's when they will throw a caution with these 2 to go. So a lot on the line here, a lot on the table as well, and these drivers are going to have to really be persistent on when they decide to make a lane change, because if they wreck in the middle of the field, well, there goes their chances altogether.
Yeah, there goes all their chances together. We're going to go back to full screen racing here. And Logan York in the chat always got something funny to say. He's going to say, with the increase in width on this track, we should be able to go 5 wide, no issue. And I'm not so sure about that. 4 wide, maybe, but
it's a little tight.
It's a little tight. It's a little tight. So we're going to go back green here. It is the 77 Alex Hill on the bottom. Malik Ray is going to be there on the top. So we're going to do battle here. 3 laps to go. It's going to be 2. It's going to be the first green-white checkered overtime right here. Green flag back into there here at Talladega.
Huge jump right off the bat. Kyler Wynn is not able to stay connected with Malik Ray. Malik Ray comes down in front of Sean Hill. Daniel Weber having to check up a little bit. Neverhart's going to jump up in front of Kyler Wynn. Navarro right on his back bumper as here we go with the blocking.
Yeah, the block, Malik Ray to the top. Getting pushed now by Kyler Wynn. It's possible those two are working together. We've seen them work together before. They are all pushing tight. You see nose to tail, all the way through that second lane. Man, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be shocked if something else happens. The way these guys are all pushing one another. There's the Nightmare Esports driver, Alex Hill. He's going to try to clear Malik Ray if he can. So he has a shot at this one. So far, he cannot. Malik Ray just making sure the guys behind them have temps. Whoop, the 82 is going to get loose off the front bumper of the 90 of Eberhard.
Yeah, here we go as we're coming to white flag. Kyler Wynn getting sideways, and he is able to hang on to it. Sean Hill's trying to be able to continue to push Malik Ray. As there goes Sean Hill up and around, coming back up in front of the field. Going to be huge wreck behind. Meanwhile, the front of the pack still Malik Ray. Kyler Wynn holding nose together. Daniel Eberhardt in the third in line is right now Seabass, the first man on the low line.
Yeah, there goes Daniel Eberhardt. He's going to shoot to the bottom. That might be his only chance to get a victory here tonight, so he's going to take that chance. Navarro's going to stay in line. He's going to push Wynn. Wynn to the bottom. Malik Ray, what a block. He's going to follow him down. An excellent move by the Coke Series Pro. Malik Ray on the bottom. He's in the driver's seat. Who is going to take a step out? Navarro here on the top. You would think, there he goes. There goes Daniel Eberhardt and Seabass. They are still a little bit too far back. Malik Gray's going to bounce. He's going to block way too wide.
Boy.
That's going to open up the door for Wynn. Kyler Wynn at the line is your winner here at Talladega.
Wow. What a finish. And there goes Heath Job upside down. And jeez. Oh, man. He lays just right by Hennings. Oh, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you right now, when we watch that replay, I think it was a mistake there by the one of Malik Ray. It was the right move to make to win the race. The problem was he just drifted too far up the track. It's not it's not something you see out of him too often. But Malik Ray, when he went up, Tyler, I got a buddy, now I'm thinking Kyler because he wins the race, you know what. But anyways, he goes up the racetrack and he drifts up, and he doesn't usually make that mistake. And I think when we do go back, that's in fact what is going to be, why Malik got all out of shape. Luckily, they were mostly able to save it, but Kyler Wynn, man, I'll tell you what, a great victory for him. I mean, these guys were just pushing so hard for so many laps. I mean, it's cutthroat. Everyone up there in the top 10, 15. I mean, these are superstar drivers here on iRace. You're going to see the 82 pull it down here to do some victory burnouts here at Talladega. Super Speedway Kingz Dash for Cash goes to Kyler Wynn here tonight in the 82. And wow, and you know what? He won last night too. I believe he won the Atlanta PGR race and comes back here and does it again. I mean, two great fields. One at Atlanta, it's almost a super speedway now, and but it's still different. Being in the next gen car, it's a little harder to drive, especially with a hot track temp. He comes out here at Talladega a day later, Super Speedway Kingz, and gets it done. And let's go back to that last lap and try to dissect it. Come into the checkered flag there, and I'm sure we're gonna get a really good view of everything that happened here. We're gonna slow it down. Here goes Malik Ray. Let's actually go to a chopper view. So you give you guys a really good look of what we were looking at to see if that's what we saw. Here comes the run up here. You're going to see that run here from Eberhardt and the 32. Really, Eberhardt probably made the race-winning move, but Malik obviously was going to try to block that move. And you'll see the one's going to shoot up right here. Plenty clear to do so. Yeah, he's going to overshoot. A great word. That was the word I was probably looking for earlier. Here he goes to the top, and he's going to overshoot it because you see him kind of crack the wheel back. He barely overshoots it. And Daniel Eberhardt, I mean, I'll tell you what, the fact that, Malik saved that, really, he saved it. And he saved a top 3 finish by doing so. Probably cost Eberhard the win here tonight. There's Seabass getting into it as well. I mean, these guys are all just fighting out for the last payout spot. You see him beating and banging all the way to the line. And right now, it's unofficial, but Kyler Wynn in first, Dylan Jones second, Malik Ray third, Eberhardt in fourth, Alt in fifth. We'll get Tyler's viewpoint on it, and we'll also make sure that that's official.
I can tell you this, though, from what I'm seeing on iRacing, Eberhardt actually beat Malik to the line by 0.02 of a second. But then also, too, regarding with Malik just made the right move on the block to try to give him a chance to have another huge push, but overshoots it. Daniel Eberhardt, all within his right to stay on the throttle. I mean, we're coming to the checkered. He gets just a little bit of left rear. Malik gets him sideways. But yeah, just Malik just slightly just getting a little too far out there, and then Eberhardt's still able to just barely sneak by Malik Ray there, coming to the line for stealing away third on Malik as well.
Yeah, you'll see it here one more time before we bring up the top 3 into the booth. And there is the move once again. We're going to make sure everything is official. Give us a second. We're going to see if we can get here with James Waring and make sure everything is official. We're going to have our interviews coming up here shortly. Please stand by. James Waring. We are just here with the RC Live once again. We're looking at the finish again, and we're just coming down here to make sure everything is official or if there's any changes in the scoring.
No, there's going to be no changes. The car you saw spun out at the beginning of the white flag lap. That was a self-inflicted incident. So there will be no change to the leaders that we have. Dylan Jones will be given the push-to-pusher award for pushing Kyler to the victory.
Well, you heard it there from Warren. We appreciate him really a lot here tonight to let us do this. I think it was a really cool feature. We'll get some feedback on that and see if it's something we can keep doing for our viewers. You know, we open up the doors for a lot of flack here as being race controllers, but tell you what, it's better to be transparent and everyone kind of see what it takes. And awesome job here tonight by James Waring and SSK. Jimmy's stepped away. Victor and I are going to get up here, and we're going to bring in the top three, if we can, to the booth in just a second, so bear with us. All right, so we're looking for Malik Ray. He was your third place finisher here tonight. I do not see Malik here, Tyler, so we'll see.
I was going to say, I'll jump in. I would say would love to see a start line footage of that finish, because I believe Eberhardt, from what I'm looking at on my side, Eberhardt barely beat him out by probably an inch or two. It's very, very hard to tell on the replay, but I think Eberhardt, sure enough, finished in front of Malik Ray.
Yeah, we're going to actually go back here and see if we can get a photo finish cam here, and that we do. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be, I mean, ever so close. And we can't pull up, you know, split by split here. But you can see right there, Malik Ray just an inch or two ahead of Eberhardt here right before the start-finish line. And I believe the scoring is going to be right here. Dylan Jones, though, he is your second-place finisher. Dylan Jones, you got a copy?
Sure do.
Man, we had a lot to unfold up here in the booth. It was a crazy night for the race control. I know we had quite a few yellows here tonight, but a lot of good racing in the front of this pack, some hard racing. And you and Daniel Eberhardt, I tell you what, you guys, when you get together, and guys start in the back a lot. I know you guys don't really care where you start, because it seems like, you guys always make your way to the front. That you did together. And tonight you come away with the runner-up finish, and I believe Daniel with a fourth-place finish. Walk us through, not just the end of the race here, but, how good you two are together on these super speedways.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully Daniel's back around again. Otherwise, I'd probably be in last like usual. But he brings my driving skill up by making me follow him, and I do a little bit better. But yeah, it was a heck of a race. Jimmy's races are always full of a lot of heavy hitters. I mean, he had probably 15 plus of the best money racers around tonight, and I know we had a lot of 4 wide, and I know the ending was definitely exciting because I was a part of it, and you pretty much just hold your foot to the floor and hope you don't die or kill somebody.
Yeah, for sure, we feel that, but it was a great race. You're able to push Kyler win. I believe you got a bonus for this pusher award here tonight in SSK, so you not only do you get a runner-up finish, but you also get a bonus for that push. And you're not really able to link up with your teammate there. On that restart, you guys are side by side in the second row. And, in that point, you guys kind of just have to race your own race. And it looked like Daniel there almost beat the one to the line of Malik Ray, but I believe he got beat out by just an inch or two. Nonetheless, man, a runner-up finish, and like you said, a very star-studded field here tonight. Before we let you go here, Dylan Jones, to celebrate, anyone you want to thank and or shout out?
Just a big thanks to Jimmy Crow for putting up for us for now, I guess. Thanks for you, Triscaro and Tyler and everyone putting in the work tonight in the booth, and fun night.
Absolutely. We'll go celebrate. Hopefully we're talking to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
That was your runner-up finish here tonight for Dylan Jones. As we bring your race winner into the booth, it's the 82 Kyler Wynn. You have a copy?
Yeah.
Well, man, I'll tell you what. It's you got the job done last night. You're at Atlanta, hot racetrack, a driver's race. You get the win. You come here tonight in one of the best fields you'll see in the money racing community, and guess what? You're back in victory lane. Walk us through that last lap, especially in the tri-oval. You see Malik Ray go to the top with what possibly could have been the race-winning move. He's going to overshoot the 90 a little bit, and they're going to get squirrely all up above. It looks like you're getting hard pushed there by Dylan Jones. You're going to have to save it a little bit there as you're straddling the apron. Tell us what you saw there coming through the tri-oval.
Yeah, I mean, I just got lucky, to be honest. That should have been Malik's win. He got he anticipated. I think he anticipated Eberhardt going around him, so he went a bit higher than he needed to, and Eberhardt hit him in the lifter. Obviously, he's not lifting there. I don't blame him. He's being pushed by 4 cars. But slight miscommunication by me and Malik going into 3. It was planned on one of us dropping, not both of us. But it both worked out for us in the end. I think Malik ended up 4th, which is still good money. But I'm just glad we both cashed there. Usually at the end of these, when me and Malik are leading or up front, it's one of us cashing, not both of us. So change of scenery for once.
Yeah, for real, man. And, it's just time and time again, we see your car or truck, in this instance, in victory lane. Like we said, we were talking with Dylan Jones a little bit, quite a bit of yellows here tonight. But really, the racing up front was really good. 4 wide there, in that latter stages of the race. We actually had a 5 wide just about when we got in that big one near the end. But, talk us about the race in general. Just, what's your goal? I know you had an engine blown earlier, able to get that fast repair and come back. Do you want to be at the front in fields like this where they're, so top heavy with, the top guys? And just knowing that there's danger behind, is this something you're thinking about, that you just want to be in the front to try to avoid, that chaos in the middle and in the back of the pack?
Oh yeah, the best place to be is in the lead, in my opinion. So I think the best approach for these races is try to lead every lap, and I'm capable of doing that. So I go up there and lead. So puts myself in the best situation I can be in. But overall, the weather was kind of goofy tonight. The trucks got hot and it was really hard to cool them down. I blew my motor there on like lap 4. Apologies to anyone involved in that massive wreck. But other than that, if we got a green flag run of more than like 3 or 4 laps, the racing was really good. We saw 4 wide there around lap 30. We saw some 5 wide, I think, but they all died. But the weather, I don't know. I like it because you can go 4 wide like that, but it involves all the lanes getting hot. But it's also really hard to cool down, so I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter because you're on the top of the scoring pylon here at Talladega Superspeedway. You got the victory lane last night, got the victory lane tonight, padding that wallet here on this week, and yeah, just keep on rolling that into the next race and the next race. Kyler Wynn, you are on top. Before we let you go and celebrate here tonight, anyone you want to thank and or shout out?
Yeah, just factory steps in the car. Malik and Steven Miles. Steven got taken out in an early wreck, unfortunately, but he was there. And you guys for broadcasting. You guys do a phenomenal job broadcasting these races. I'll be watching it back later.
Well, we appreciate it, and we'll probably be talking to you soon. Kyler, go enjoy this one.
Thank you.
That was your race winner, Kyler Wynn. There is another race here tonight in SSK. It's going to be in the next gen on a different network, I believe 9th Gear. But we will take you through the leaderboard here tonight. I'll take the first top 10 here. Kyler Wynn, we just talked to him. He is your race winner. Dylan Jones in 2nd. D3, Daniel Eberhardt the 3rd in 3rd. Malik Ray 4th here tonight. Dylan Alton 5th. Seabass, unfortunately, man, he led a lot of laps, but he's going to finish in 6th place. Andrew Navarro, nice to see him back out here in 7th. Connor Urashak in 8th. Mike George in 9th. And rounding out tonight's top 10 is Nathan Harper.
Yep, and then we got 11th place is going to be Trevor Ozernoff, Kenny Rillen 12th, John Ward, Jacob Wilkerson, Brian Hennings rounding out your top 15, Ryan Doucette trying to be as safe as he could, just could not be able to get enough momentum. Doucette finishing in 16th, Kenny McAuliffe in 17th, Quentin Steinbach having a good run in 18th, Heath Job, Daniel Falkingham rounding out your top 20.
Yeah, that is your top 20. Jared Haynes in 21st, Joshua McCullough 22nd, David McGuire 23rd, Michael Wingo 24th, Samuel Carter 25th, Stephen Miles 26th, Devin Ray 27th, Chris Melton for R&R here tonight in 28th. In the 29th position, it's going to be Christopher Carter and Joey Mazowitz in 30th.
Yep. Then you're going to have James Wagoneer in 31st, Ethan Collier in 32nd, Sean Corbett after a hellacious ride earlier in the race, able to rebound a little bit for 33rd. Sean Hill, having the unfortunate last lap wreck, falling down to 34th. Sterling Thesis, what's that right? 35th. Steve Korsak, another rough ride for him in 36th. Ambrose Knievel in 37th. Corey Ravinen in 38th. Marcos A. Hernandez having a rough go in 39th. Matt Lee, another one of those drivers, a rough one in 40th. Michael Burksdale being knocked out early in 41st. And then Kwame Scott, the eNASCAR Coke Series driver, in 42nd after getting caught up in 2 hard wrecks early on in the race.
Yeah, that is your top 42 finishes here tonight in the Super Speedway Kingz Dash for Cash. And there will be another race tonight on the Ninth Gear Network, and that will come to you live at 12:15 a.m. Eastern Time on March 15th. So you're in about, I believe, 20-25 minutes on the Ninth Gear Network is where that race will be. Kyler Wynn, your winner here tonight, and a very good race up front. And, man, I appreciate you joining me here tonight, Tyler. It's always good to have somebody up here in the booth calling the race with me. So much appreciate you, James Waring, as well for Race Control, Jimmy Crow for having us over here and broadcasting his races every Friday night, the big one here on the PGR eSports Network. I was your host, Michael Triscaro, Tyler Vickery, here in the booth for all the broadcast partners around. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you all soon, and we will see you back on the track very shortly.